All right, everybody, welcome to the second game of the Saturday OSFL Summer Cup. We got the Cambridge Lions taking on the Oshawa Hawkeyes. Devin Gilmore-McNeil in the booth here, joined by Jesse Card. Jesse, how you doing? How's been the weekend so far?
Hey, Devin, good to be here. Going to take a little break from the camera and talk a little football with you. So I'm pretty pumped for this matchup. We've got Oshawa with their typical smoke bombs. I love it. It makes for a good shot on the camera, but really interested to see how Cambridge does in this matchup. I know I was talking to a few of the players there, and they were just thrilled and excited to get this kickoff on its way.
Yeah, Justin, it's a very interesting discussion because, you know, you got these two teams who wouldn't necessarily make it into the top bracket, but they get to play in this bracket, and there's still a lot of talented football players on each of these teams, on Oshawa and Cambridge. You know, let's start right now. You know, a lot of these players won a silver medal at the U16 Eastern Regional Challenge, including on Oshawa. You got Keenan Brighton, Rylan Goff-Lambert, Isaac Kalubi-Lakuni, David Nosa, Raheem Sims, and then on Cambridge's side, you got Knox Shea. So a lot of talent on display here. As we take a deeper look into the tail of the tape here, Jess, Oshawa, key win for them. They defeated the Finns in week 4, 20-18, and the Finns went on to be in the semifinal of the top bracket. 4 of their 6 losses on the year, Jesse, 1-score games, so they're playing a lot of tough games. They defeated Niagara to get here. Some of their key players, Trent Seaton, David Nosa, and Nathaniel Jello. You look at Cambridge's side, they defeated this Oshawa team back in week 8, 8-1. They're on a 2-game winning streak for the first time this season, and they defeated Oakville to make it to the semifinal. Watch out for linebacker Rowan Carrera, running back Eden Tennant, and kicker Dimitri Grebe. As we go down to field level with third member of our team, Darren Stevenson.
Game 2 here at Warrior Field on OSFL Championship Weekend. Like you guys were saying, we've got the Oshawa Hawkeyes and the U16 Cambridge Lions. What a scene just a few minutes ago. The Hawkeyes came out of the tunnel over here with blue and white smoke bombs, so they're certainly fired up. The Lions as well, getting to this point, they get here with a big win last weekend on their home turf at Jacob Hespeler in Cambridge. They beat the Oakville Titans by a final score of 43-0. This is the U16 AAA KJ Kennedy Cup here from Warrior Field. These two teams did meet during the regular season. The Lions prevailed that day in what was a very low-scoring affair. That game was in Oshawa, the home of the Hawkeyes. The U16 Lions taking that matchup during the regular season by a final score of 8-1. I suspect that we will see more points here today in this championship game. Should be a good battle. Two teams looking to get a banner and get a trophy to end the season. I was just listening to Ron Shipling, who's the head coach of the U16 Lions. He said it simply, let's just go out and get this done. We've worked all year for this moment. We've practiced all year for this moment, and let's go out here and get it done. I'm going to get out of the way. The Hawkeyes coming across the field. We got the coin toss here in a couple of minutes. It's the U16 AAA KJ Kennedy Cup. Game 2 here at Warrior Field on OSFL Championship Weekend. Should be a dandy. Let's send it back up to the booth. Shane, Devin, up to you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Darren. We got a huge game here. Jesse, always great to have Darren Stevenson at field level, given his analysis as the third member of our team. Adds a lot of value, doesn't it?
Well, Darren's wearing the Oshawa blue shirt, so I don't know if he's got any skin in this game here, but I'm excited to see the running back for Oshawa, David Nosa, who I remember 2 years ago in the Fall Cup against Cumberland Panthers in Ottawa. He put on quite a performance, and now two years later, you can see that he's grown quite a bit. He's got a bit more meat on him, and they're going to be leaning on him in this game. I think a lot of inside run game, but of course he's capable of always springing one to the outside and getting around the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jess, we're going to take a quick break for our national anthem and be right back.
All right, well, Darren, we're back. Devin, we're back. We've got Cambridge up at the 50 here. Captains ready for Oshawa to meet them, and we're going to see who's going to kick off, who's going to return and get started on offense.
Yeah, Jess, I'd like to go back to that Week 8 game where Cambridge was able to come away with a victory 8-1. Expect to see a defensive struggle here in this game, if that Week 8 matchup is any indication. But, two teams that, have had pretty successful seasons, but the U16 AAA division has been a gauntlet. As we'll see later today, Burlington and Cumberland playing in that provincial championship matchup. But still two talented players here, two talented teams here, and you see with all the representation at the Eastern Regional Championship, there's a ton of talent on display. Yeah,
these teams are stacked, and that's why they're here. They're playing on Saturday in Waterloo. But, it really, one thing that I've realized over the few years that I've been involved in the OSFL is that no matter what size of region and no matter what division these teams are playing in, they have these amazing athletes. And when we get to championship level football, these teams are going at it. And some of the best games are at this AA division. So this is going to be a great game. I think very evenly matched, as you alluded to. Low scoring, possibly. But what's nice about that is that every single play is under the microscope.
That's right.
There are no insignificant plays.
Yeah, no, this is a AAA game here for the KJ Kenemy Memorial Cup. Jesse, what are your overall thoughts about the weekend so far? I haven't been able to hear from you too often here, but it's been a great weekend. The weather has held up. We're staying at a beautiful facility here at Warrior Field. Just give me your overall thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an absolutely fantastic festival for football. We have great weather in the summertime in Ontario, a little humid at times, but the weather's held off so far. We had a little rain Friday, yesterday, like in the afternoon, but it was all cleared up by the time we were game time. And this really makes me feel, when you look at the product on the field, the talent that's happening here, the coaching, and then you put kind of the festival around this with the live streaming that we're doing at TYSN, we're starting to look more and more like Texas football in Ontario. I really do think that.
Absolutely, and I think the collaboration with us on TYSN as you're watching, joining us here live with our 4th championship game of the weekend. Let's hear this crowd, Jesse. Cambridge fans are into it. Oshawa fans are into it, as always. Joining us here live on TYSN, the collaboration with 519 Sports, our 3rd member of our team, Darren Stevenson. We're ready for some football here. 11:30 kickoff start. Oshawa versus Cambridge. Should be a good one, Jess.
It's going to be great. And, I mean, we'd be remiss not to mention the leadership of Football Ontario and all this, too.
Absolutely.
Like, really setting the framework for a new, successful Ontario Summer Football League. We know that, previous incarnations of provincial football in the summer have failed. This is on an upward trajectory, and that's because of the OSFL executive that's in place, Marty Sharp, and Football Ontario's leadership, all of the other people that are really putting in the work behind the scenes for the OSFL and their executive. That is why this is such a good product. So keep up the good work to all those folks.
Absolutely. Football Ontario and OSFL, we obviously have great relationships with them. We love Marnie, Aaron Giesler, all the staff of Football Ontario and the OSFL. They've treated us with nothing but with respect and given us the best opportunities here, and couldn't be more happier to represent TYSN and Football Ontario and the OSFL and 519 Sports here in Waterloo in this championship weekend.
Well, and it's interesting because as soon as we get back to Ottawa, basically we're right into Ottawa City football with the National Capital Amateur Football Association, and then a whole new tackle season starts.
That's right. Football never stops in this province now, Jesse.
I wouldn't have it any other way, really. So Cambridge getting ready to kick off to Oshawa Hawkeyes.
Yeah, Oshawa will receive the first half kickoff. Here we go. Watch out. We alluded to it pregame, Jesse. You got to keep an eye on number 1 for Oshawa, David Nosa. 2 returners back here. Decent little kick to get started as Oshawa receives. Looks like number 10 on the return here from Oshawa, and he's got a lane here, Jesse. First play of the game. How about the return by Riley Goff-Lambert? Jesse, great start for Oshawa as we look at this replay.
Yeah, it's got some blocking up front there. The first wave of Cambridge players, they kind of get out of a little bit out of their lanes there on the right side hash. So they've got to be disciplined to stop this return game.
Yeah, good starting field position here for Oshawa as quarterback signal caller Trent Seaton will look to lead this offense. Looks like he's got obviously David Nosa behind him, Jesse. It's going to be a key for this Cambridge Lions defense to stack the box and stop number one. And
quite a few tall receivers on the outside for this Oshawa team.
And off to Nosa here. He's got room up the left. He makes a man miss. Nosa down the sidelines. And he's finally wrapped up. What a start for the Oshawa Hawkeyes. David Nosa on the run up the left sidelines here, Jesse.
Yeah, just a run off the left tackle there. Does a good job of just shifting through some good downfield blocking by the wide receiver for Oshawa, and that gets Oshawa on the move.
Yeah, and Jesse, you talked about it pregame. We've seen a lot of David Nosa, and he never, seems to amaze. Like, he amazes us every time we see him.
He's becoming a household name here in Ontario football, and it'll be interesting to catch up with him after the game, see what his plans are for the next couple of years.
Seaton gives it to Nosa, a bit of an awkward handoff, but Nosa's still able to do something with it. Nice tackle there.
He kind of had the ball on his hip there. He's lucky not to lose that.
Yeah, so if you're this Cambridge defense, Jesse, you got to obviously key in on Nosa, but there's a lot of talent on this offense, and you can't just focus all on one player.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got to do your best, but you can't put all your eggs in one basket here and load the box because they're going to go over top you. And like I said, you look at 24 wide receiver, 85 in the slot. These are tall boys.
Yeah, another handoff here to Nosa. No surprise, but Cambridge does a great job of stopping him before he gets his momentum, and we're going to have a third down and short, Jesse, early in this ball game.
First third down of the game here for Oshawa. And I think that's going to be critical. We talked about a defensive battle. Those that can convert on third down and, second and long, they're going to be successful. They're going to prevail.
Yeah, so it looks like Oshawa's bringing out either their kicking unit or punting unit here. So drive stalls, but, some positive plays for this offense.
Yeah, they're trying to pin him deep and turn over the game to the defense for the first time.
Yep. 39 looks like the kicker for the Hawkeyes. That's Justin Gauthier. So yeah, they'll try and pin him deep here, Jess, and
low kick.
Yeah, low kick right at the returner. Oh, he catches it on a bounce, Jesse. He makes a couple men miss.
There's a flag down too, so maybe no yards.
Yeah, we'll check the flag there. But yeah, low kick here, Jesse, catching it at the end.
85, no yards, and that'll give Cambridge first down and 10. A little bit better field position after that penalty is applied, but it'll be interesting to see what Cambridge comes out as. I haven't had too much time to watch them this summer, so.
Yeah, well, Luca Hayward on the return there. Watch out for number 5 in the backfield here, Jesse. It's Eden Tennant. He's going to do a lot of the workload for Cambridge at tailback.
A lot of size on the O-line too from the looks of it, so they're not going to be shy running this ball down their throat.
And as mentioned, it's a handoff to Tennant, but great job by Oshawa sniffing that play out. Yeah, Jesse, size on the O-line at this level is huge, but you look at some of the names on this Oshawa defense, especially up front. You got guys like Raheem Sims, and then David Nosa plays both ways as a defensive end for Oshawa as well.
Number 15 on the defense with the tackle. Nice tackle, getting in there, being aggressive early on.
Yeah, so second down and 9 here for the Lions offense.
Low back. Some pressure off the left side.
He looks right. He's got a man here. Oh, and he breaks the tackle. He's still going. Number 10 of Cambridge, Mario Griffiths. First down, Cambridge.
So
Let's take a look at this one again.
We'll see on the replay. Griffiths just runs a slant, maybe a 3-yard, 5-yard slant right in front of the corner, and the ball's on target, and that's a great conversion.
What a sweet move there at the end too, Jess? You got to get the playmakers the ball and let them make some plays. That's what they do best. So now Cambridge is answering back with a drive of their own here. The quarterback is Michael Percivali. He's going to give it to his big tailback, Eden Tennant. Eden Tennant another big run. Another big run for Eden Tennant here, Jesse. Just following his blocks as we see the replay right here.
Yeah, great blocking up front. You see that O-line's just pushing his guy 10 yards back. Look at that. Finishes it with a little push for extra measure. You got to like that out of your O-line early on. They're getting tough and physical.
Absolutely. You like to see your O-line set the tone in these big championship games for sure. Persabali with a loaded backfield here. Gives it to guess who? Eden Tennant. But he's wrapped up early. A nice play by Isaac Kalubi. So just a lot of these Oshawa players played on a really great U14 AAA Oshawa team last year, and they all jumped up to make that move. Obviously not the success that they wanted at this U16 age level, but there's a lot to be said moving from U14 to U16. It's really a different ballgame.
Yeah, every time you move up, you get older kids and
bigger, faster, stronger.
Better, not necessarily better coaching, but probably more advanced. And there's a bit of a learning curve for all these kids. So
Persabali hits his man short there on the right, and it'll be third down here, Jesse, a little over midfield. What do you like here if you're Cambridge? You like trying to punt and put them in deep into their own territory?
I think early stages, 6:30 in the first quarter here. I think you punt it off. You know, the first series Cambridge defense held. They did okay. They had a little bit of trouble with Noosa there, but I think you got to give the defense the benefit of the doubt and pin them deep. So hopefully punter can get a good ball off here and they can flip the field.
Yeah, looks like the punter will be the aforementioned Dimitri Grebe, and he's got a leg on him, Jesse. Huge punt here into Oshawa's field territory. And just another great play as we're going to take a look at the replay here. Jesse, we talked about this kid before the game. This punter has a booming leg.
Yeah, that was a great punt. That's what they needed. And we were able to mitigate any sort of return by Oshawa. So a good defensive battle, just as we expected so far.
That's right, and especially at this age group, Jesse, you look at their punter and kicker is Dimitri Grebe on Cambridge's side. Having that kind of leg at a U16 AAA division pays dividends because you can kick those long field goals and you can pin your opponent back deep like they did just right there.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you can start and kind of those little things, the field position makes a big difference, especially, you know, when you've got an offense with a gentleman like Noosa that can sting you.
Here's Seaton as he drops back, a little pump fake, gets the defender in the air, and here goes Trent Seaton. That's a great play right there. Jesse, let's take a look at that one. Pump fake, got the defender in the air, and he scrambles off.
Yeah, some good instincts by this quarterback just to know when to tuck it.
Look at that play.
You'd like to see the defender stay on his feet there, but this quarterback's also a bit of a tank running down the field, so, you know, I think that's tough on a free safety to make that tackle by himself.
Huge first down run as we reach the 5-minute mark here of this first quarter. Trent Seaton with Noosa in the backfield and a fullback. First down and 10, gives it to Noosa on a little counter run here as Noosa not finding really much anywhere to go. He's met by, looks like 37 of Cambridge leading the charge there. So Jesse, as a former defensive back, what do you preach to your DBs whenever you know it's a heavy run game script? You force them to be physical and maybe not play the pass as much?
Yeah, I mean, they kind of talk about high beam, low beam, right? So you do want to have your high beams in the backfield, see what's happening back there, and be able to come up on run support. But you can't fall asleep at the switch. You got to have your low beams on your guy, and if you're in zone, you got to be aware of what they're doing in front of you. So I think you just stay the course and get ready for the next play.
Setting up a little bubble screen here is Seaton, but the Lions are all over it. Led by 27, and it's cleaned up by 95. Ayo Bello. Jesse, look at this bubble screen. Great coverage here by 27 at Cambridge.
Yeah,
George Detrusek.
Detrusek does great. We're just talking about the DBs, and he comes out of his zone, just comes up in the flats and makes a great tackle.
We were just talking about it, Jess. He has low beams on there.
That's right.
He's ready to go. So,
well, and that's what you kind of preached, you know, with if you can get your DBs really aware of this low beam, high beam concept, then they can see what the quarterback's doing. They can see if it's a 3-step, and they can start to jump the routes.
You always got to have your low beams on, Jesse. Oshawa with the big punt here. And it's going to be returnable here for number 30 of the Cambridge Lions, Luca Hayward again. Luca Hayward spins a man out. So you see the difference, right, Jesse? The Cambridge punter able to give them the field position battle. Oshawa not so much, and now Cambridge takes over at midfield.
That's right. And those little things, we talk about it, they make a difference when you extrapolate those over the 4 quarters. Those things make a difference. Maybe that 20-yard run is a touchdown as opposed to getting them within the 30. So this is the kind of game I like, though, Devin. A nice defensive battle.
Absolutely.
Every play matters, and this play matters for Cambridge right now.
Yeah, once again, folks, 8-1 was the final score in Week 8 with this two teams meeting. Cambridge coming away victorious with that one. But here's a new running back in the backfield for the Lions, number 34, with a very nice little run on first down there. That's Emmanuel Affey.
Affey gets a good 7 yards there off the right side of the right side tackle. So Cambridge, we talked about the size on the O-line. They're doing their job here and marching the ball forward.
Yeah, first quarter's flying by here, Jesse. That's what you get when you get a defensive battle like this. The clock's always running. But we'll see what Percivali and Emmanuel Affey can do here. Second down and about 4 or 5 to go.
Looks like it could be man coverage here by Oshawa.
Handoff up the middle to Affey. He's pushing forward. It's going to be close. Very close. Oshawa, a very tough team to run the ball on. A lot of size up front on that defensive line. But, Cambridge, from what we've seen early on, these two teams have a very similar style, and that's probably why they're going to play this tight-knit game.
Yeah, 100%. On that play, Cambridge came out with 3 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen, 2 up top, and Oshawa rolled their safety down, so it looked like they're going into man coverage, which makes it harder to really have your eyes in the backfield, and that could open up the run game for Cambridge a little bit. So we'll see what they do. They're in a similar look on defense again.
Third down and short here, Jesse. Trying to push forward, but it's stuffed early on. Second effort, though, is going to get you there. That's a huge play by Cambridge there, Jesse. Seemed like they were stopped in the backfield, but he gets it.
Yeah, look at this O-line in 4-point stance. They get after it here. Open things up. A good push by 98 on the defense, but quarterback's able to kind of slip behind the guys moving forward.
Yeah, I was able to slip out of the grasp of Isaac Kalubi, and this Cambridge offense is now moving. First down and 10 to go into Oshawa territory now with just over a minute left in this first quarter. Thank you for joining us on TYSN, live here on YouTube at beautiful Warrior Field in Waterloo, Ontario. We got the Cambridge Lions against the Oshawa Hawkeyes. Percivali here in the pistol as he drops back, looks left, and don't know if it was tipped, Jess, but away from the receiver there.
Well, they're looking for Joshua DePoiti, and they just kind of waggle him down at the one spot, and then he runs an out. But unfortunately, it was covered, and also the ball wasn't that accurate. But some nice looks on offense here. I think they're trying a few things in their playbook, and that's what you got to do. You got to see how the defense reacts early on. A minute left in the first quarter, they're still feeling each other out.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially with them playing so recently. Week 8 was just a couple of weeks ago in the OSFL season and schedule. So they're very familiar with each other. Looks like he got the D-line to move, but they didn't snap it there. Second down and 10 to go here. Percivali is going to drop back here. Jesse looking right. He's got a man through the hands as he looks for Marlo Griffiths once again.
Yeah, we'll have a look at this here. I think this is well played by the corner. You see the wide receiver at the top of your screen, just going to run a quick little stop. And cornerback reads it, comes up. So far, a little bit of maybe issues with the accuracy of the quarterback for Cambridge. A few balls not perfectly positioned, but...
Yeah, it's tough too, though, Jesse, because you're dealing with so much talent on this Oshawa defense up front and in the secondary. It's going to be tough to get anything going on both sides here as we meet 25 seconds left here in this first quarter. Watch out for the leg on Grieve, as we mentioned here, Jesse.
Another good one.
Another booming punt right at the returner, though, as it's returnable for this Oshawa team. Oh, he breaks a little tackle here, Jesse, and he's gone. He's going down the sidelines. Great return. As we look here, a great punt, but then an even better return.
Well, and it's caught cleanly on the run, which helps. He gets past the first gun of defenders. He runs through an arm tackle and gets down the sideline. He's got some speed, tries to cut it back in, but he's brought down. But now Oshawa starts with great field position. Great
return there by Keenan Brighton. We mentioned him earlier, another recipient of that silver medal at the Eastern Regional Challenge for Team Ontario.
And how cool is that? You get to go out east on an all-star provincial team and get a silver medal. Ontario is really really making itself, its presence felt on the national stage here in football.
Yeah, last play of the quarter here, Jesse. Trent Seaton's going to look to roll out once again. He's got first down and more. A great job by Trent Seaton. As we look here, Jesse, just nobody containing the quarterback.
Well, he's not afraid to take it. I think he's got a great feel for when it's time and his pocket's collapsing to get out of there, and he just tucks it. And like I said, this is an athletic kid, so it's pretty much like another running back in the backfield there.
Yeah, just a great run there, Jesse, as the first quarter has ended here in Waterloo.
Yeah, so another reminder for those folks joining us on the live stream broadcast, the Ontario Gridiron Gold Mega Raffle is a way that you can support the growth of football in Ontario. You can select any club that is a beneficiary of the raffle, and they're going to get the proceeds. As a purchaser, you could win, I think the pot is about $80,000 now, to the winner, and that's sure to grow right up until tomorrow night, Sunday night, when the winner is announced. So make sure you get your tickets, scan the QR code, support football, and potentially win $100,000 or more for yourself.
Just a terrific initiative, Jesse. The second year it's happening, and just an amazing initiative by Football Ontario and the clubs in Ontario. As Seaton gives it to David Nosa here on first down, very close to first down yardage. Yeah, Jesse, I just go and look on that Gridiron Gold Mega Raffle online, and just the amount of clubs that are on there, like supporting this cause.
I think there's 62. I think there's about 62 beneficiary clubs and associations on the raffle, and what you can do to help is make sure you get a raffle ticket yourself, but also share the link for this live stream. Like it, subscribe to the TYSN channel, 519 Sports Online, so that you got all the recent content. Nosa.
Seaton gives it to David Nosa as he jukes a couple men out, but a great tackle by Cambridge. Number 27, George Detrezak. What a play here, Jesse.
It's not the first time we've called that defender's name. An athletic kid, and he just comes down, breaks down, perfect form, goes low.
What a tackle.
And that's what you teach, especially the DBs, just get him around the knees, and if he doesn't have his legs, he's not going to go very far.
He couldn't teach that any better in tackling school, Jesse. Third down and long. We're still scoreless here in this first half, and that's kind of what we expected in the pregame, but
it's followed the script this game so far.
Still exciting football, though.
This is great. This is great. A lot of pride for these two football centers, Oshawa and Cambridge.
Justin Gauthier will be the punter for Oshawa. And it's going to be returnable here for Cambridge. Up the left sideline, there is a flag down here, Jesse, number 30 on the return. Once again, that's Luca Hayward. So yeah, just a great weekend of football here, Jesse. This is our fourth game of 12 on the weekend. A lot of exciting matchups to come, including later today, Cumberland playing Burlington in that U16 AAA rematch of last year.
I'm really looking forward to that one. I mean, that's the first Ottawa team to play this weekend, so that's one thing. We're all from Ottawa area, so I mean, that's exciting. But the fact that it's a rematch from last year in Windsor, I know that this Cumberland team is going to want to strike revenge on Burlington. And I mean, Burlington just seems strong. They've got so many teams in this weekend.
I know.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Just a reminder, too, like another way we want to get people supporting football is we need new officials. We need younger officials to come into the league. There are a lot of games, and flag football is growing like crazy. So a great way to stay involved in the game and get a part-time job is to become an Ontario Zebra. Visit the OFOA.ca to find out more and join the Zebras and run with the herd.
Another great initiative there, Jess, by Football Ontario, and always need new officials, younger, new, diverse officials in the province.
Yep.
You know, it's a problem everywhere, trying to recruit new officials for youth sports, amateur sports. But, you know, putting together those initiatives like that can only help, and we've seen it already work in the past, year or so.
Yeah, I think the Ontario Summer Football League is definitely making efforts to trying to change the culture of how parents see officials and how they treat them, and how players also see and respect the officials. And I think it's working incrementally, but we still got a long way to go.
Cambridge takes over here on first down with a great run to start their possession. Down the sideline goes Cambridge. What a run to get this offense going. Jalen January. You see here, Jesse, just opens up the left side and off to the races he goes. Thank God Keenan Brighton was there to make the tackle, because he was going to go all the way there.
Yeah, and I think you see on the right side of the defensive line for Oshawa, just a few of those guys getting turned around and pushed backwards, so they're going to have to just stand their ground. But it's tough when you're going against a big, beefy O-line like Cambridge.
Yeah, great run there by Januario on first down to get Cambridge going here, as they take over right around midfield. This first down, big play this time. The run goes, and it's going nowhere, Jesse. A great defensive stop by this defensive line as they penetrate quick and early.
So here we just see the handoff again to 31. He's got some help, but great job by number 15 on Oshawa to get in there first.
Yeah, Michael Bodnariuk with a great.
This Oshawa linebacking corp is going to have to be aggressive. They're going to have to run downhill today if they're going to stop this Cambridge run game. And here we go, well, second and long now.
Second and forever for this Cambridge team.
Look for Cambridge to pass. They've got 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen.
Play action, looking left. He's got a man, but it's way out of bounds. So it seems like both teams, Jesse, countering with a big play, and then the defense answers right back with a tackle for loss.
Yeah, really fantastic defensive work here. And, when you can get some success early on as a defense, the confidence just continues to build.
Absolutely.
So I think both defenses, they've been on the field a little bit, which will also fatigue them, but there hasn't been anything they haven't been able to deal with on both sides. So now we've got this big leg here.
Here's Dimitri Grebe with another great punt, angled out of bounds. I see a flag there near the returner. Just once again, Jesse, want to shout out all of our Silver Cup representatives in the Eastern Regional Challenge on Team Ontario, including on the Hawkeye side, Keenan Brighton, Rylan Goff Lambert, Isaac Kalubi, David Nosa, and Raheem Sims. And then flip over to Cambridge side, Knox Shea.
So let me ask you this question. Like we've had some success in Ontario with, of course, this silver medal. Excuse me, but also on a national level, being able to win that gold medal at the Canada Cup, does that now incentivize more players in Ontario to try out for those teams and to repeat next year?
Absolutely, I think it does. And we seen a couple of those players yesterday in that Guelph and Brantford battle, and I think it does. And I think it takes a lot of pride to win a medal at one of those Canada Cup events or Eastern Regional Challenges, especially whenever you've had the dominance from teams like Quebec and Saskatchewan for so long.
Well, that's it. I mean, I think that's a huge measure of success, is that not only is Ontario in those big national tournaments and being relevant, but they're in a position to win, because as you said,
every year
Saskatchewan and Alberta and Quebec have just kind of been dominant for so long. So this is a sign of things to come in Ontario.
And hold on, Justin, we got a fake punt on third down. It's going to work out for Cambridge. Still going. What a play for Cambridge. Eden Tennant. As we look here, Justin,
we're going to see if there's a direct snap to Tennant. Yeah, it is. And then gets a nice block by number 12 out in front of him, but that's enough to push that first down. It's going to be a Area 51 sports first down here.
Yeah, and you got to love the aggressive play calling by Cambridge, right? They're not going to sit around in this championship game and let Oshawa dictate the pace. They're going to bring it to them with the fake punt there.
You got to pick your spots in the championship game. I mean, we all remember Sean Payton down in New Orleans and that onside kick. So
that's right.
This is Cambridge equivalent here.
Yeah,
the fake punt.
It's a huge first down here for Cambridge as Percivali takes over on first down, gives it to his tailback, number 32, once again swallowed up in the backfield. Darius Barima Twum. Great play here, Jesse, as we look. Just shoots the gap and makes the play.
Yeah, he's handing it off from a shotgun position back in the field, but just makes a good, makes a good, stop on a dime play there and turns it inside. And
yeah, Jesse, looks like we have an injured Hawkeye on the field as we'll take a short break and be right back.
Once again, scan that QR code. You got a chance, if the draw was right now, to win about $80,000, but we suspect that's going to grow to about over $150,000 take to the winner tomorrow night. So get your tickets, get them early, get them often, and help support the growth of football in Ontario. The proceeds are going to help these clubs reduce player fees, recertify helmets, and get some new uniforms. So, it's not cheap to travel in Ontario playing in a provincial league. Petrol is only getting more expensive, and these buses and the accommodations that's required. So, this is a great way where you can throw in a little bit of money to help the clubs and potentially be a big winner at the end of the Summer Cup.
Yeah, it looks like on the field, Anderson De Silva, the offensive lineman for Oshawa, will be okay and walking off on his own power. You love to see that. As we got a second down and 11 to go here for this Cambridge offense. Percivali in the shotgun. Empty backfield now as he looks left. Early flag. He's got a man, and it's way out of bounds here.
We got a flag down.
Yeah, we'll check the flag on the field.
I think Cambridge wanting to get some points on the board after that fake punt conversion.
Yeah, like we said before, Jesse, I mean, both of these offenses are capable of hitting that big play, but then the defense always seems to answer back with a huge tackle for loss or sack or pass breakup.
Points are going to be tough to earn here today in this game.
But I will say at this field positioning, this is already in Dimitri Grebe's territory of making this field goal. I doubt this is a punt. I think they're probably going to try and kick this field goal.
Yeah, he's bringing out the
kicking
tee. And
big leg on Grebe here, so we'll see if we can break the scoreless tie with 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Well, this would be a huge field goal if he makes this. But they've got to get down and cover because you got two return specialists there, number 6 and number 4 for Oshawa, that could take this back the other way.
Good point, Jesse. We'll see what happens here. It's a good snap, a good hold. Grebe with the kick.
It's got enough.
Plenty and right down the uprights. What a kick from Dimitri Grebe. Watch this kid's leg, Jesse.
Well, I tell you, if I'm in the OUA watching these games, or anywhere in the country for that matter, I'm looking at this kid's leg, what he's been able to do on the punt game, and now this long field goal. It's hard to have a reliable, great kicker coming out of high school in the OSFL. So, surely he's getting some attention here after that kick.
Interesting tidbit on him, Jesse. One of the only kickers to win OSFL Player of the Week this season at U16 AAA. He accounted for, I think, 18 points. 18 of his Cambridge Lions points in that game where he won Player of the Week. So he's definitely someone to key on, as we talked about pregame. 3-0 Cambridge is your score here in the second quarter. You're joining us live on TYSN from Warrior Field in Waterloo, Ontario. Fourth game of 12 on the weekend. We got a ton of action coming up, including right after this game, the U14 AAA Provincial Championship between the Cumberland Panthers and the London Junior Mustangs.
Well, I always say, Devin, if I could go back and tell my 10-year-old self to choose a position, it'd be the kicker. I would just be working on my leg in the game, and I'd be trying to be a kicker in the NFL. I don't think it gets any better.
It's got to be the best shot. A lot of pressure, though. But as Grebe kicks off here once again, looks like he kicks off to Keenan Brighton. Keenan Brighton looking for somewhere to go, but Cambridge, a great job covering this kick as we look at this great kickoff here. Jesse, when you you're able to kick it this deep and let your kickoff team cover like that, there's not really anywhere to go for the returner.
Yeah, I mean, it's extra time for the kick return team to peel back, and then you got to line up who your responsibility is to block. And sometimes the timing's difficult when it's kicked so deep, but then again, it can also give your return guy a little bit more time to make a decision and make something happen. So far, Cambridge doing a pretty good job on the kick returns, punt returns.
Yeah, and Oshawa will take over here. Jesse, one thing of note, these are two of my favorite jerseys in the Ontario Summer Football
I really
League.
like Oshawa.
I love Oshawa, and I love Cambridge's red on that kind of gold mystique. It's really nice. As Seaton takes over here, as Oshawa's trying to get something going, he's going to flick it out to the right to his receiver. Looks like number 10, but he's swallowed up quickly once again, Jesse. Hits Ryland Goff-Lambert. Nowhere to go, though.
Yeah, it's a nice ball, too. I mean, that quarterback, that's a long throw, and he just gets it out there in time. There's a great block there by the receiver 39 for Oshawa. He does a good job, but, the cavalry is able to rally up and get him down before too much effort.
Love these shirts.
You got some great fans here, as you see Hawkeyes versus everybody. I mean,
we've seen a lot of the fans coming in with their jerseys, and Bison's had another one yesterday. Bison's versus everybody. 2nd down and 5 to go here. Finally, Nosa gets some running room as Nosa's still going here. Finally, David Nosa able to get something going on the ground. We've been waiting for that all day.
Well, you'll see here, a big, tall back. He just gets his hand on the helmet of the defender trying to make a tackle, and he just says, "Sit down, son. I'm going for another 10."
Yeah, great run there by Nosa. Finally able to get something going there on the ground game. We'll see if that can spark this Oshawa offense. Just under 6 minutes to play here in this first half. U16 AAA KJ Kenemy Memorial Cup. First down at midfield here. Seaton takes over for this Oshawa offense.
Here comes the blitz.
And perfectly timed blitz. Nosa breaks out of it, but great job by this Cambridge Lions defense. Jesse, you called it pre-play. Break this down for us.
Well, you just look at Jansen coming from the will linebacker position. He just gets into the backfield and basically just messes that play up right from the get-go. And then Cambridge, again, doing a great job here. Now they set up 2nd and long for the Oshawa Hawkeyes.
Yeah, important to note too, Oshawa playing a lot of players both ways. You can see on their side of the field that do not have a lot of substitutions, so a lot of these players are going to have to play both ways.
Here comes the screen.
Screen play perfectly dialed up to Nosa. Nosa tries to break a tackle, but here comes Cambridge rallying. Interesting idea to get the screen game involved, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a good play. You saw the blitz come in. They're starting to get after a little bit on Cambridge, so they just dial up the screen and throw it over that first charge of the D-line. I think Nosa would have liked to maybe done a little bit more there at the end of the play.
Get a couple blocks going there. So 3rd down and 7 to go here, as Oshawa still not able to get anything going here offensively in this first half, Jess.
Yeah, I mean, they've had some success with that quarterback pulling the ball down.
It'll be a timeout for Oshawa here.
So I think when we come back, we're going to see, but I think we'd be wanting to use that quarterback a little bit more for Oshawa.
Absolutely, Jess. And let's reiterate about the OFOA.ca, become a zebra and join the herd. We had a great experience with this young official here in this photo shoot, trying to, get some promo and marketing material behind officials and make it a better place to be. But for the younger generation, it's a great part-time summer job. Great chance to earn some money and be involved with the sport you love.
I never officiated. I mean, I still might in my life, but this young man up in Ottawa, Emmett Young, he decided to officiate, and I got a chance to talk to him about it, and he says, "Listen, this is great. I can pretty much work as much as I want. They'll give me as many games, and there's some great mentors in the football community with officials where they're able to really show you the ropes. And just like being on a football team, when you're an official, you're kind of on that team, and
absolutely,
it's a great camaraderie that happens."
3rd team on the field, and here's a booming punt from Oshawa trying to flip fields. So 3-0 is your score here, Jess. Under 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play here in this first half. This is a huge opportunity for Cambridge to go in with a 2-possession lead into halftime here on this drive.
Yeah, so we talked about what's worked for Oshawa so far. I mean, they've got this big number 5 quarterback that can run the ball. I don't know if they've got any sort of like option kind of plays for him, but I think getting him outside the pocket and maybe having a few safety valves for him that he can choose from is maybe the next approach for Oshawa. But in terms of Cambridge, I think they've got to stick to this run game. It's going to open up. It already has, and I think they're going to probably just stick to the program here.
Yeah, looks like that was a great punt actually from Oshawa there. And you're right, here comes Percivali, take over this offense. 4 minutes to go here in this first half. Little jet sweep action here, Jesse, and he's got tons of room to run. Number 26 for Cambridge. He keeps going. A great way to get things going. What a run.
And a big hit right at the end of the play on the sideline. Clean, but just a great run to get outside.
Ben
Some good
Freeland.
downfield blocking by the wide receivers. They're not giving up on the play. And, he pays the price there at the end of the play.
We do have a flag down here, though, Jesse, as the refs are going to converge and talk this over. Yeah, Ben Freeland was the recipient of that jet sweep there.
I tell you, Dev, we haven't really seen the canteen. I think it might be over there in the university, but I just saw a man walk by me with a hot dog just loaded with relish, and I'm telling you, I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, Jess.
I hear they're $6 hot dogs, though. That's a little bit of a deterrent.
It's no Morty's, but...
Yeah, I might have to get back to Morty's tonight for another round of those wings.
This round's on Darren, though, for sure. Here we go. So Cambridge will stick with the first down. Percivali here in the shotgun.
They're attacking the outside perimeter. This time they go inside.
Eden Tennant. Strong running from Eden Tennant. He's going. He breaks the tackle. A touchdown saving tackle. Looks like a horse collar, but let's see that again. Hard running by Eden Tennant.
Yeah, downhill runner. Some nice footwork there too, but I mean, Oshawa, number 6, just comes back and jumps on his back to make the touchdown saving tackle.
Yeah, definitely going to be a horse collar. Yeah, horse collar on the defense there, so that'll add some extra yards as well.
It's a tough one because that defender, there's not much he can do. I mean, maybe he dives at the feet, but at the end of the day, they're going to call that because of the safety of the players, but nonetheless, keep 6 points off the board.
And, you can't take anything away from that run from Eden Tennant. A very strong runner is number 5 on this Cambridge offense. And we'll see if we can punch this in here, Jesse.
The running back reminds me a lot of University of Laval type looking running backs kind of look like him. They're just those lean white running backs that can, carve through the defense like that.
Yeah, here goes the QB sneak. Touchdown, Cambridge! Great push from the O-line here, Jesse.
This O-line is basically taking no prisoners. They're just be able to push that Oshawa defensive line back 2 or 3 yards at will, and on that play they get in.
Yeah, and you can kind of feel Oshawa's defense on the ropes here as we see these great. I was seeing this at halftime there, Jesse. I've loved these Cambridge parents' jerseys that they're wearing in the stands today.
Yeah, well, I mean, as a Buffalo Bills fan, a little bit too close to home on the Kansas City look there.
Oh,
I might be giving you a little bit of grief.
Don't bring that up there. Don't need to hear that right now, Jess.
But no, very impressed with this running back for Cambridge, and I think when you get down into the third and fourth quarter, they're just going to start feeding him the ball more and more.
I think you have to. And here's Grebe. That's a chip shot for him. He's lucky he didn't hit that big tree over there.
Yeah, that ball's in the river there.
Yeah.
But great weather, Devin.
Oh,
I mean,
incredible.
It's there's a bit of a breeze today,
yeah.
and the rain's held off. And in fact, the fact that there's so many clouds is actually making the cameras look a little bit better too. It's like a big diffuser.
It's just
on,
perfect
on the production, so couldn't be any better. We're going to take a step aside for a moment and.
All right, here we go, Jess.
Oshawa's got the
Looks
ball.
like Keenan Brighton runs into his own man and stiff arms him.
He's a speedster.
He's still going here, Jesse. Keenan Brighton.
Well, you remember he was the receiver. I mean, he was the defensive back that actually caught number 5
Look at the stiff arm on
from behind and got
his
that
own
horse
player.
collar. So he's got some wheels. So this is a guy that could be a game breaker for Oshawa to get them back in here.
Yeah, he's one of, what is it here, Jess? 5 Oshawa Hawkeyes that were on that Eastern Regional Challenge Football Ontario team. Yeah, Raheem Sims, David Nosa, Isaac Kalubi, Rylan Goff-Lambert, and Keenan Brighton. So take over here, Oshawa, with great field position on first down. Seaton's going to drop back, look right,
he's going
launch
deep.
It.
Oh, and that's a flag.
Yeah, that's clear. That's a clear pass interference penalty. Jess, what did the DB do wrong here?
Well, it wasn't too aggressive. It was a little bit of, incidental contact, but I think it's enough that the ref threw the flag right here.
I mean, he just pushed him to the ground.
Yeah, a little bit. I think a little bit of good job acting capabilities of that wide receiver, but
okay. Well, you're a DB, so we can't trust anything you say with those. So,
but it works. It works for Oshawa, and that's going to give them.
As a defensive back, when that ball's in the air for a long time, what are you coached to do to make sure that you don't take the receiver down early?
Well, unless you got like an athlete like Deion Sanders, I think you want to get the DBs to look at the receiver, look at the hips. Only look back to that ball once, that receiver starts to slow down and come back to the ball right at the end. That's when you want to get your head around. Other than that, just focus on staying in line and hip to hip with the receiver. A lot of young DBs get themselves in trouble looking for the ball too early, trying to make a play, and they lose track of where that receiver is. So a pretty good job by the defensive back, but he is going to get called on that.
Yeah, absolutely. As this Oshawa offense looking to finally get something going here with just under 3 minutes to play in this first half. Trent Seaton with Nosa to his left, drops back, looking left, launching one again here, Jesse, right at us. Oh, heck of an effort by number 10 as his lid falls off here.
Well, I like this, though, this approach by Oshawa. They're just giving his receiver a chance. If he puts it up, gives enough arc on that thing, maybe the receiver just is able to fight his DB and go up for the ball. So I like the approach, but I'm not sure what this penalty's for.
Yeah, they're converging here, Jesse. Not sure either. We'll wait for the call right here.
You can hear the fans getting on the officials here a little bit as we anticipate what it could be. But I think...
Oh, offside on the defense. And pass interference on the defense. Oshawa will obviously accept that one.
So, if I'm Oshawa here, they're starting to air it out a little bit. Depending on what they see, maybe pre-snap, it might be a good time to give Noosa a big draw, delayed draw.
I like
and
that
see
idea.
what he can get outside. Especially if you happen to catch Cambridge in man-to-man coverage, those DBs will be downfield, and Noosa could run amok on this defense.
Yeah, we've seen Nosa be electric before. As Seaton's gonna drop back and look left again, similar play to the last one we've seen, and right through the hands, and it's gonna be picked off by number 30, Luca Hayward. Wow, what a play here, Jesse.
Well, this is just the old tip drill. Great focus by the defensive back. You know, you'd like to see that receiver make that catch.
Got to make that catch there, but
a heads-up play by that defensive back, and then he gets his team the ball back.
And now, Jesse, all the momentum in the world is with the Cambridge Lions as we got under 3 minutes to play in this first half.
Well, this is the most critical point in the game here. Cambridge is up 10. They've starting to get their running game really starting to go in here. So, you know, I think you got to load the box right now and make sure that they don't rip off another big run right here, because that just might be kind of too much to handle for the Oshawa team.
Yeah, some extracurricular activities there, and looks like Cambridge is going to get the bad end of that one. So, Jesse, if you're the Oshawa Hawkeyes head coach here, what are you trying to tell your team to try and stay in this ball game heading into the half?
Well, I think there's no surprises. I mean, I think I'd be getting the guys together and saying, listen, we've got to call a play that's going to protect us against the run game. And we know that number 5 is just getting loaded up here. So I think no surprises, stay home, and let's try to get into the half down by 10 as opposed to down by 17.
Yeah, we got some very rowdy fans in the stands for this one, Jesse.
Cambridge, Oshawa, baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how they roll.
Percivali here in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to
Big
his
hole.
running back, number 34, running very hard. That's Emmanuel Offey. He said his name a couple times. And great blocking by this offensive line, Jesse.
Wow, that's a big hole there, and you know, that's okay. I mean, a little bit more yardage than you'd like to see on first down, but they're just trying to get out of the half right now, and I think look for this to be the same thing again here on second down, or sorry, on the first down again.
Yeah, looks like there's a whistle on the field.
The officials holding the start of the play here, but it's whistled in now by a man in the white hat.
2 minutes to go in this first half. Percivali looks like a counter this time to Offey. And Offey,
the ball is out. I think Oshawa's got it back.
and David Nosa jumps on it for Oshawa. Big mistake from this Cambridge Lions offense. As you look here, Offey takes the ball.
Ball security, right?
He just drops it.
He just kind of loses track of it, thinking about where he's going. But now Oshawa's got the ball back. They still got nearly 2 minutes here, so by no means is this half done. A little bit of an unfortunate play last time Oshawa was out with the ball, where the deep receiver kind of dropped it and it tipped nicely, advantageously into the hands of the Cambridge DB.
That's true, yeah, we've seen it on a couple of drives back-to-back here. Kind of gifts of turnovers from each side.
I think you got to go back to 24 again so that you get his confidence after that drop.
Yeah, looks like a jet sweep to number 10 on the Oshawa side here. It goes to Rylan Goff-Lambert. So this is absolutely crucial for Oshawa to get something going on this drive heading into half, Jess.
Yeah, Oshawa's struggling, kind of setting the edge. They're also, I think, struggling a little bit with this big defensive line. So I'm not sure what's going to break it open for them, but they've got to figure it out. But done a great job. Both teams evenly matched.
Extremely.
Only Cambridge up 10-0 here.
Yeah, 10-0 Lions as Seaton's going to drop back. Look to his right. And a great play by the defensive back in that Cambridge secondary.
Yeah,
Right
I think
here,
he almost
Jess.
got this here, but they just run the corner with number 3. But good coverage by
Nolan Judge.
I think that might have been the free safety coming over. That's a long way to go for him to cover that corner up.
Nolan Judge steps in there, puts his hand out at the perfect timing.
So now third down, Devin.
Yeah, and
There's still a minute 23 here, so
Oshawa has no choice but to keep the offense on the field. Got to get something going right here, Jesse, if you're this Oshawa offense.
Nosa, the lone running back. It looks like a timeout is called on the field.
Yeah, timeout, Jess. We'll take a quick break and be back with the rest of the first half. All right, Jess, 1 minute 23 to go here in this first half. This Oshawa offense, critical third down. They're going to go for it.
They got 3 receivers to the weak side down the bottom of your screen.
Seaton looks back, fakes the screen. 43's right on his hip, and he is sacked. Calvin Sock on the sack.
Yeah, nice play here. I mean, he just couldn't find anything downfield. They try the double move with the slot back, but he just runs out of time.
Yeah.
Great job by 43.
The left tackle just gave up immediately as we look to see we got an injury on this Oshawa bench. You never like to see that. But
no, but we got good medical staff there in Oshawa. They're knowing what to do to get him back into the game.
Yeah, and just, you know, with a minute left here, just want to shout out the Ontario Summer Football League and the execs in place there for putting on an event of this magnitude and allowing us to come here and film these championship games.
Well, one of the things that really legitimizes a provincial-wide league like this is having trainers and having medical staff, and OSFL's done a great job of making sure that teams are taking that seriously and bringing in the volunteers that are needed with those skill sets.
Yeah, first down run here for the Cambridge Lions. That time it went to Jalen Januario, and minute 10 to go here in this first half. Jesse, Cambridge looking to extend their 10-point lead.
Yeah, I think if you're Oshawa, you just want to make sure that they're not ripping off 40-yard chunk runs here. Number 5 in the backfield again, watch for this.
Yeah. Percivali looks for his man. Oh, and a little bit of late hit there by Oshawa. We'd like to see that again. Jess, what happens here at the end of the play? We're not going to see it.
It looks like Januario just kind of getting on one of those linebackers there, but got to have a short memory, get on with it, next play.
Yeah, the composure of this Hawkeyes team is starting to unravel a little bit here. They're still in this game, though, with, you know, it's 10-0, second quarter, 50 seconds left. They got to stay in it mentally.
Yeah, that's important, you know. You start getting fatigued, the first thing to go is your mind, they say.
That's right. Percivali's going to drop back, looking left. Oh, and a great pass breakup by Oshawa, number 15. Michael Bodnariuk.
Yeah, he almost had that.
Steps in front of it here, Jess.
Number 15, he just drops back here. They show blitz, and he just kind of gets in the throwing lane there.
Yeah, great player there by Bodnariuk. So Cambridge will bring out their punting unit, looks like. Or correction, I think. First down marker on the sidelines there, Jess. Oshawa will take over.
Yeah, it's going to be an Area 51 Sports first down here.
That's right. Trent Seaton. All right, so 45 seconds on the clock. Oshawa looking to put the first points up of their day here. He's immediately met in the backfield by Cambridge.
69.
This defensive line is all over them. 69, Matthew Mallman. Look here, Jesse, just breaks in easily, not even touched.
It's just too much. And, you know, we talked about getting this Oshawa quarterback just outside the pocket, you know, starting to move the pocket to the left or the right just to give him a little bit more time. I think Oshawa, like, it's clear they're going to have to make some adjustments at halftime for this offense.
Yeah, I think their entire offensive line and defensive line is playing both sides, which is just very tiring. I've had to do that before, and it really takes a toll on you. So fatigue is a big factor here, Jess, like you said.
Yeah, you get tired, you try to stop number 69 coming at you.
And look at this, Jesse, just getting swallowed up. Absolutely no pass protection.
There's about four defensive linemen in on that tackle.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see here, Jesse, the whole defensive line is just getting in there and wreaking havoc for this Cambridge Lions defense. "12 seconds to go here in this first half. Back-to-back sacks for the Cambridge Lions. It'll be a timeout, and we'll take a short break. All right, Jesse, 12 seconds to go. Join us back here for the end of this first half. Back-to-back sacks for Cambridge, and it looks like Oshawa's bringing out their punting unit. A line drive punt right at the returner. Number 30, once again, that's Luca Hayward with a good return. So, Jesse, 2 seconds left to go here. If you're Cambridge, you just take a knee. You accept the 10-point lead, and you go into halftime.
Yeah, I think you got to be happy if you're Cambridge at the performance. I mean, maybe you've got to give Oshawa respect on defense. They've been able to hold things to 10 points, but you know, I think it could be worse for Oshawa at this point. So on the other side, I think the coaching message to the team is, listen, we're still in this. We haven't really found much on offense, so we're going to continue to poke around and see what will work. But from a defensive standpoint, I think you got to be happy with 10 points.
Yeah, you can't lose your composure if you're the Hawkeyes, as mentioned previously.
We're not going to lose our composure. We've got to keep our composure, right?
That's right. That's right,
Old
Jesse.
school quotes.
That's right, Jesse Card. Here we go. 2 seconds left. Probably just be a knee. Whoa. All right, so yeah, that'll be the end of the first half. The score is 10-0 Cambridge. Been a very defensive, physical battle. Jesse, before Darren Stevenson joins us at field level, what were your keys to the half there for both teams?
Well, I think the keys, like we said, we knew this was going to be a defensive battle. I think we talked about Oshawa really struggling to get much production on offense. And, you know, early on in the first quarter, we saw the quarterback tuck the ball and go for a few first downs. He's a mobile running quarterback, so I don't know what else they have. I mean, clearly the O-line is starting to struggle with that defensive line. So we talked about Oshawa, I think, making some adjustments in the halftime, moving the pocket for the quarterback, having some underneath routes, some mesh plays. On Cambridge side, I think they're well positioned. I think they just got to keep their run game going, and it's going to be a great second half.
Yeah, and we're joined at field level by the third member of our team, Darren Stevenson.
Couple of key plays in the first half for the Cambridge Lions, one of them being the Michael Percibali touchdown, obviously, the Luka Hayward interception over here. And then this guy beside me, Dimitri Grebe, opened the scoring with a field goal. What did you see from the group in the first half there, Dimitri?
Just a lot of energy, teamwork. Like, our heads have been in the game, no dirty flags. We've been composed, defense, offense. It's been an all-around great performance from everyone.
Seems like you guys have really come together over the past couple of weeks getting into this consolation championship. Can you just describe a little bit of what the team chemistry is like right now? You always want to click at the right time of year, Dimitri. Sure feels like that's happening for the Cambridge Lions right now.
Yeah, we've noticed our development, and we've took advantage of the playoffs and versing not the greatest teams. We've wanted to demolish them every week in and out and just leave a statement as a Cambridge Lion.
Let's talk a little bit about your past here. You're a soccer player, obviously, as well, right? Kind of transitioning into football. You play at Bishop MacDonnell with the Celtics, which is a local high school here in Guelph. Take me through that moment for you, the pressure that you felt in that kick, or has it just become routine now as you transition from soccer to football?
It's become a routine now. I mean, you get up there, take your 3 steps, 2, you got the routine, you eye down the middle of the goalpost, and you just kick through it.
Last one, tell me a little bit about Cambridge Minor Football, AAA program here in Waterloo Region. What has it been like for you? You've been here a couple of years now. How have you grown as a person and obviously as a player, Dimitri?
Yeah, I've grown a lot. I mean, football's not just a game, it's also life skills. You learn a lot, discipline, hard work. You gotta grind to get great performances like this.
I will grab that mic off you. That is Dimitri Grebe. Get out of here, my man. Thanks for the time. Dimitri Grebe and the Cambridge Lions with a 10-0 lead.
No, I texted him the game last night. He's excited. So my son plays with Tyler. My oldest is with Healy. Is he playing? Archie's on the Mosquito team. My oldest is in the but he's been with Tyler since. Chris is going up to Memphis. His son is going up to I think our bench All right, welcome back to the second half. Start of the second half, we got Oshawa kicking off to Cambridge. Cambridge up 10-0. Really the story of the game so far is Oshawa and Cambridge Lions pretty even here, but certainly in the second quarter, the Oshawa offense has struggled. So we're going to see what kind of adjustments that have been made. They're going to go for an onside kick here.
Here comes the onside, Jesse. 54 at Cambridge.
Luke Mullen just does a good job focusing. It didn't look like he's too accustomed to catching balls.
Yeah, those big men on kickoff return. Next thing you know, you have a lollipop coming to you. And
does a good
return.
job, though. You see he's turning his shoulders, too. It's kind of a rugby move there. Where
just fall and get down, big guy. Fall and get down.
And if the ball kind of falls off your chest, at least it's going backwards. So 1st and 10. It's an Area 51 Sports first down for the Cambridge Lions. And you got to think they're going back to this run game inside. That's been working for them pretty well. Number 32, the lone running back. 3 receivers to the weak side at the bottom of your screen.
Here comes the pressure on the outside, Jesse.
A good play for that outside blitz on the left side.
So what are the keys to Cambridge in the second half? What do they need to get done on the offensive side of the ball, Jesse, to maintain this lead and maintain dominance?
Well, I believe things are working pretty well. They've got a couple of running backs that they can choose from, kind of a two-headed monster there. So I think really it's going to be a war of attrition where as the game goes on, I think Cambridge is confident that they can just kind of start to bully the Hawkeyes a bit. So I think you just stick with the game and also run the clock down and try to get out of here. But I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I don't think this thing's going to break open.
So what does Oshawa need to do with 0 points in the first half? What adjustments would you make to come out in the second half and give yourself a chance to get some points in this third quarter?
I don't think there's much you need to do on defense. I think they're doing a good job of containing Cambridge, but certainly offense, they've got to stay on the field. I mean, this defense is on the field way too much, and they're going to get tired down. That's not going to help them at all. So the offense has to sustain drives. They got to move the sticks, and so far they haven't really figured out how to do that. So I suggested that maybe you get that quarterback outside the pocket and try to move the pocket a little bit. So we'll see if that's something that they come out with once they get the ball.
Persabali in the gun. Tunnel screen to the right. Marlo Griffiths, the first down.
And we'll see here on the replay, they actually bring the heat by number 4 again, the corner blitz. And they just throw right over top of them. So kind of not a good call on offense, but a bad blitz to run for that play for the defense. So first Area 51 Sports first down for the Cambridge Lions.
Counter handoff. Eden Tennant. Couple yard scamper. He's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Tennant just a pretty fast back. We saw his wheels there when he broke one for about 50 yards in the second quarter. They're going to be feeding this kid the ball a lot. Look for a lot of carries here in the second half.
Look Tennant. For 2 down play here, or 3 down territory here, Jesse, and kind of no man's land, kicking a field goal and a little bit too close to punt it. Should gain some yards here on 2nd down, and we might see them go for it on 3rd.
There goes Tennant.
Here it is, big decision, 3rd and a yard or 2. No substitutions yet from the sideline.
No, I think they go for it. And as you said, you know, this is probably within the range of the kicker, but I think when things are going this well on the ground, you just take your chances. So lots of football left today. We're in game 2 today, 4 on the weekend, and the first Ottawa team's coming up next at the U14 level, the AAA provincial championship between the Cumberland Panthers and the the London Junior Mustangs.
Quick screen out to the left. And 3rd down conversion on a screen pass.
Oh, you just see here, quick play action. And he gets the ball on the outside. Just one step. Secures the catch. Works it inside for a few more yards.
Keep an eye out for the other side of the field. First down, Lions.
5 receivers set. Tennant in the backfield. And they're going just to the slot back there and around the 25-yard line, and he makes a good catch.
Ryland Goff-Lambert on the shutdown tackle. Defensive back.
And you know,
breaking down to the ball quickly, and
I think they're seeing from the sideline that the defensive backs are giving them a lot of cushion there, and they're just taking what they give them.
Keep everything in front of you and rally down to make the tackle. We have an injury timeout here on the Cambridge Lions. We'll be back to you after this brief message. Second and 6 from midfield. Persabali in the gun. Running back releases. Incomplete pass. 6 receivers out on the route and wasn't able to find anyone. Now they're in that 3rd down territory, and we've got the field goal team coming on the field.
Yeah, I think this is a fairly easy chip shot. I mean, no kick is easy completely, but we've seen that he can make these pretty routine and
take the points.
I think it's wise. He's got it right in the middle of the field there and between the hashes. If he makes this, they go up 13-0. But here comes Oshawa. It looks like everyone's on the line. 2 receivers back.
And they get it. Number 52, Anderson De Silva on the block kick, but we have flags on the field.
You see this, they just got everybody coming. And the big man gets through, gets his hands up in the triangle sign, and we'll see what the flag is though, Shane. Looks like it's going against Oshawa.
Heartbreaking penalty by Oshawa from a big momentum block kick.
But it does remain
to a Cambridge
down.
First down.
No, I think it's going to be a 3rd down still. Oh, no, you're right.
Offside,
so that'll
Oshawa.
Make it 3rd and 1. That's the call here.
We got the Cambridge faithful wanting to go for it.
I think the jumbo package is out. But a big moment for Oshawa here to try to stay within reach in this game. This is going to be tough.
Short yardage situation. Quarterback under center. QB sneak, and there's another flag. Looks like he gets denied, but there could be offsides.
It could have been somebody lined up in the neutral zone, perhaps.
5-yard penalty, first down, Cambridge.
Offside, so that'll give the Cambridge Lions an Area 51 Sports first down. Let's go, 6:43 left in the third quarter. Cambridge threatening.
Man-to-man coverage, handoff to the running back.
And that's tough, Shane. I mean, as a defense, you want to bring in the blitz. You're forcing your DBs to be in man coverage. Their eyes are on their man, and if you get that running back out on the edge,
who's going to cover him?
Who's gonna be coming downhill against them? So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Second and 9. He's got him in the corner of the end zone.
A little too far. Shane, when you're looking at that kind of a play, it wasn't really a corner, it was a little bit of a lazy out. And what are you doing as a quarterback to lead that receiver? What do you keep in your mind there?
Well, you got to put him into space and give him a chance to go up for it. And in that replay, it was just a hair too much. You got to give your guy a chance to stick his foot in the ground and go jump for that ball. So missed opportunity, and they'll try to fix that on the sideline. And once again, we're in field goal range for Cambridge.
Well, I think if you're the Hawkeyes, you just got to stay disciplined. Don't go offside here.
Block that kick again, and they were close, but it's good.
So 13-0. The Cambridge Lions over the Oshawa Hawkeyes in the Ontario Summer Football League U16 AAA Dan Grossi Championship. Well, it's the B championship, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, we're having fun here, Jesse.
Not too sure who in honor it is, but remember, folks, to scan the QR code if you're watching at home for the Football Ontario Mega Raffle, Gridiron Gold 50-50. We're well over the winner taking a jackpot of $85,000 home with them. The draw, of course, going to be tomorrow night on the last game of the Summer Cup, and that pot could be growing past $100,000 to the winner. So make sure you support football and get your ticket. Cambridge ready to kick off to the Hawkeyes. Both return specialists for Oshawa. Tight. Close to the bottom of the screen.
Keenan Brighton getting swallowed up on the kick return. Jonathan Kawisu on the tackle. Oshawa's offense walking out on the field. Doesn't look like there's a lot of energy going into that huddle.
Well, it can be discouraging when nothing's working. And this defensive line, including especially number 69, is just kind of doing what they want here with this Oshawa team. So we're going to see the Oshawa offense and any sort of adjustments they've made. Pass goes out quick.
Completed pass for 4 yards. Number 18, Caleb Holden.
And that's important, right? They're going to have to get the ball out quick here, you see.
Well, Cambridge ate up a lot of clock on that last drive.
You can see defensive coach for Oshawa firing his guys up. It's important. There's still a lot of time in this game. 4:26 left in the third. 2nd down and 8.
All it takes is one play to get back into the game and change the energy on your bench. And Oshawa's looking for answers right now.
Nosa in the backfield. The ball goes up.
He's out of bounds.
Looking for number 10, wide receiver for Oshawa, but unfortunately, no option to get caught in bounds. And that will set up 3rd down.
So a 2 and out for Oshawa, and walking to the bench, looking for answers.
Yeah. You know, it just puts a lot of pressure on that defense when they're out there so much. But important that they stay together as a team. And this defense has done a pretty good job. But
we have a blocked punt, Jesse, and a scoop and an almost score by number 77, Jonathan Kawisu. We see number 77 all over the field and breaking through, scooping it up, and Cambridge now have the ball on the 13-yard line, ready to strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, and that's a tough one for Oshawa because Cambridge now with great field position, and you know, the special teams not doing any favors for their defense either. Because you start to feel when you're on defense and your offense can't get any first downs, and now your special teams allow a punt block right up the middle like that. You know, it's really, really hard to go back out there.
And one incorrect step from the punt block coverage equals Kawasi breaking through, and Cambridge on an outside jet sweep with a nice action and a gain of a couple yards. Big 2nd down for the Hawkeyes defense coming up.
Defense again, doing a great job keeping them in this. It's you know, could be a lot worse.
It's 13-0, but it feels much different.
It does. Now I think, you know, one of the keys is if Oshawa is going to get a spark, I'd look to number 6 for Oshawa. Brighton, just, you know, that guy's a spark plug. That's one of the things, like maybe getting a return.
Yeah.
But a defensive play would be nice here for Oshawa. Play is called dead. They were looking to hand the ball off to number 34, Affey. It'll be procedure against the Cambridge Lions. That'll bring them back 5 yards. And that will set up 2nd and 11. 2:40 left in the third quarter. 13-0 Cambridge over Oshawa in this U16 AAA B championship. Here's Sabali in the shotgun. Affey off to his left hip. Hands the ball off. Affey's got some room.
Manuel Affey. Look at all the space on the wide side of the field. Bounces it out, Jesse. Their formation allowed them to create so much space on that wide side, and Cambridge using motion to help create leverage in the run game. 3rd and 1 here. You can see them going right back to that.
Shane, as an offensive coordinator, what's the I'll ask you that question in a moment here. Offside by the left tackle there of Cambridge, but what's the push and pull between sticking with something that's working as an offense and then trying to get creative?
That's a difficult balance depending on the temperature of the game. If you're in a game where we saw last game, Brampton and Brampton, we're pulling out all the tricks in the book. So depends. You got to take care of the football, number one, and are your players focused enough to be able to do some different things? And if it's hard to stick to what's working when you get stopped here or there, but you got to stick with it.
Hindsight's always 20/20. You start getting creative, and then something bad happens. They blame it on the coach, right?
Yeah, that's right. So, a false start, for example, in that QB sneak puts Cambridge back into attempting a field goal. So, going up 16-0 is good. Take the points here and keep control of this game.
Here's the kick. It's up. It's good. And that'll make it 16-0 Cambridge. So again, defense, you got to be proud.
Yeah, Oshawa,
they've done a fantastic job defensively in this game to have it only 16-0. And really, we haven't seen any production from the Oshawa offense since probably the first quarter. But I think maybe sometimes you get towards the end of the season, maybe it's due to a rostering thing.
Yeah, run out of juice, I call it. Defense has seen all your plays in the first half. It's hard to come up with adjustments on the fly and basically just try to get your best player the ball at this point in a creative way if possible. But the body language shown on the field here might be a long quarter here for the Hawkeyes.
Want to also bring attention to the great work that the Ontario Officials Association is doing and all of the regional officials associations. All right, we're back. Oshawa is on offense again. The handoff. Oh, fake handoff. Quarterback keeps it. They return to really the only thing that's had some success for them is basically getting this quarterback.
Yeah, great look
letting them keep the ball. There's the option we talked about in the second quarter, seeing if they had something. So I think good adjustments by the coaching staff to recognize what they need to do here. We'll see if it can last, though.
So a holding call on the offense just sums it up right now for the Hawkeyes. Their best play of the quarter, and back them up 10 yards and repeat the first down.
And that puts them in a pretty tough spot. Their passing game really hasn't. Their passing game hasn't been effective. They had that drop that tipped into the defender's hands. This time they hand it off, and quarterback.
Looks like he maybe should have kept that one.
Number 7 getting the call.
Shaden Gardner.
Haven't seen him a whole lot in this game, so maybe some fresh legs for Oshawa, but they had that drop that turned into an interception in the second quarter, and since then they haven't really been airing the ball out. But I like the fact that they're starting to think about maybe this option game for this quarterback. He is mobile, he's a big body.
Yeah, so look for him to take off here if he doesn't see his first pass. Conceding here with the handoff on second and extra long, and they'll be punting here, and it'll be a timeout, and we'll be right back.
And we're back. Into the fourth quarter now. Cambridge up 16-0 over Oshawa. We got lots more football to come today and tomorrow from Waterloo, Warrior Field here on the beautiful campus of Waterloo. Cambridge able to basically stop Oshawa's offense in its tracks today. And I kind of get the sense that the levee's about to break here.
Yeah, we're going to see that in the fourth quarter likely. But again, defense is still tackling, led by number 52 on the sideline from Oshawa on defense.
Yeah.
Anderson De Silva getting his guys pumped up to play football.
The emotional leader on this team.
Absolutely. There's no room for walking off and on the field and conceding the rest of this game after all the hard work you put in all season. All the volunteers and coaches that have given a lot of time to the players. It's about finishing strong and being there for your teammates. So again, you never know. It takes one play to light a spark for a team, but Cambridge dropping back here and looking downfield on a strike. Just incomplete.
No flag on the play, on the coverage there, and a nice pocket for the Cambridge quarterback just to step up into.
Nathaniel Jello on the coverage. Cambridge punting.
Well, thanks for joining us on the TYSN broadcast. We're curious to see who's watching and from where, so why don't you type in the chat what city you're watching from online, and go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. That can help us out at TYSN, do what we do. We love bringing coverage and media to this great league.
Watch our other games today and tomorrow.
Oshawa scoops the ball up after that punt in the end zone. Can't get out of the end zone.
So there may be a single point here for Cambridge. Tackling the ball carrier in the end zone off a punt. But we got Laundry on the field.
So we're into the final little stretch of this game, and there's lots of football left coming back. Next is going to be the U16 AAA Provincial Championship between the London Junior Mustangs and the Cumberland Panthers. That's going to be a great game. That's two really successful football programs in areas of the province. So it's going to be. I think we're going to see a great game. It's kind of the best offense versus the best defense in the league. So that always makes for a great championship game.
Yeah, and both clubs travel well, so should be a great afternoon football.
And also in that broadcast, we're going to welcome a special guest from our parts of our neck of the woods. Kirby Camplin, who's the president of the Cornwall Wildcats, done a fantastic job of getting a smaller region like Cornwall on the provincial stage, both at the local kind of national capital amateur level. Every fall they've got teams in the A Cup championships, but also in the OSFL. I mean, their U18 varsity team has done really well, and always graduating players onto the next level. So they've done a great job there, and we're going to hear from Kirby on some of the things that have led to their success in Cornwall. So the pace of the game slowing right down to a molasses pace and speed.
Slight breeze here in Waterloo right now. We're not dying in the stands, so.
Want to thank obviously all the volunteers at Waterloo for hosting this weekend, and they've been bringing us up water and snacks and pizza, so we want to thank them for being such great hosts. Oshawa lets the ball rip, and again, the second time today,
3.
A dropped pass leads to an interception off of a tip for Cambridge.
Oliu On the undercut, bobbled, 3-touch pass there. Oshawa in complete disbelief.
Well, and I mean, as a quarterback, that's tough, right? You know, you're trying to make something happen, and that's twice today. 2 passes should have been caught and actually land that quarterback 2 interceptions on the stat sheet.
It's hard to find anyone at this point of the game. Who can I go to that I can trust?
I do find it odd that we really haven't seen Nosa involved in the game really much at all. We thought he was going to be one of the producers for Oshawa today. So the Cambridge going to the air. Good
Pass
coverage.
broken up. Shaken up a little bit. Nathaniel Jello.
That could be could have gotten the wind knocked out of him, or just a really bad Charlie horse on that play from what I saw.
Marlo Griffiths on the attempted catch, and we are 2nd and 10.
Well, we're just going to remind everyone again, scan the QR code and get your tickets before it's too late. The final draw of the Football Ontario Gridiron Gold Mega Raffle will be tomorrow night, and the current jackpot.
We're seconds away, Jesse. Oh, refreshed. 161,000. Winner takes home 80,000.
$80,000. I don't know about you, Shane, but could you use $80,000?
Absolutely.
You know.
So could Diana. She supported grassroots programming for $20. Lorraine supporting Football Ontario recently. Bernadine supporting the London Junior Mustangs.
Yeah, and that's
Jasmina, Football for All.
Thank you to all of the individuals that have purchased tickets this summer for the raffle. I'm really excited to see who's going to win on Sunday night. Last year, the winner took home $107,000, and
we can get there.
When the CEO of Football Ontario, Erin Giesler, called her, she cried.
Oh, that's incredible.
She was in the Ottawa area, from my understanding, and took home $107,000. So maybe didn't work a whole lot that fall.
Yeah, it's a great story, and also $107,000 going back to all the clubs.
That's right.
Right, to grow football and support your club, and all proceeds go back to them.
Well, and think about that. You know, what could you do with an extra 10 or 20 grand as a club every year? You know, it's not cheap to run an organization. Football is one of the sports where you basically give the athletes all the equipment, and it's still a pretty low price sport to play comparative to you know, travel soccer or travel hockey.
A lot of equipment involved, a lot of volunteers that give their time, and it's a great initiative for teams in the area.
So 9:34 left in the game. Cambridge kind of steadily adding points to the scoreboard. 16-0 here, and Oshawa with another tip interception. But the injured player for Oshawa looks okay. He's coming off the field now, and we're going to get back to action here in a moment. All right, we're back here. Cambridge on offense. In the shotgun. And he's not going to escape. Number 98 getting the quarterback sack.
Isaac Kalubi making a play in the backfield.
Good pressure too by number 8 off the left side. So 3rd down now for the Lions.
Big stop here, D. Let's go.
It's gonna be our longest field goal attempt of the weekend. 42-yard kick.
He's got the confidence though right now, so let's see if he can make this. I mentioned before, there's a lot of recruiters probably looking at this kid's leg.
Dimitri Grieb on the kick. Strong leg, it's up, and it's good. 42 yards. Dimitri Grieb. Pressure inside from the Oshawa Hawkeye. Penetration.
Good snap, good hold. Look at the leg. And what a luxury to have a kicker on your team. He can just knock off 3 points like that when in need.
42 yards out also is it's awesome execution just at this point of the season. Firing on all cylinders and taking commanding 19-0 lead.
Scan the QR code on your screen. Get your 50-50 tickets. Support Ontario football and the various clubs that are beneficiaries on the drop down. Cambridge kicking off. They boot it deep. Number 10 is going to go over his head into the end zone where he's going to take it out. Trying to find a crease, and he loses the ball, and Cambridge gets it. Number 33 recovering it. Hudson Woolner.
Johnny
on the spot.
Forces the fumble from behind.
And that was Logan Jansen that just got the ball out. Stuck his head right in there, and
Hudson Woolner on the scoop.
So another nail in the coffin for Oshawa here. Still 8 minutes left, and really only down 19, but
really, really tough.
It's not a lot going right for them at this point.
Let's go, D.
Balanced offense, actually 3 receivers. Weak side, they hand the ball off. They get a few up the middle. And I think Cambridge electing to keep it simple and not get too creative here at this point.
Keep the clock running. Keep the clock running, gain of 4.
And there's always a risk too when you're in this position and you're up on the other team. You know, you don't want the athletes to get frustrated. You don't want the thing to get chippy. So that also comes into consideration of what you're calling on offense.
Yeah, we have motion. 3 receivers to his right. Back across the grain, and
nice tackle by Brighton. Talked about him, but good coverage, sure tackle. And again,
bringing out the kicker.
Again, another one for this kicker. That'll be should be a fairly automatic kick. Grieb, high snap, can't get it off in time. Oshawa picks it up, they're going the other way. That's Nosa.
Just like that, Jesse, the spark Oshawa was looking for. Nosa not getting much time on the offensive side of the ball and just scoops and scores a blocked field goal attempt. And Dimitri Grieb had no protection on that kick. And Oshawa finally gets a bounce.
There's time on the clock to end the game. Let's go.
Well, we talked about, the defense has been able to keep Cambridge in check for the most part. I mean, there's a lot of field goals they put up. But now we're looking at 19-6 with probably 2 points to come, and now, does that give the offense enough energy and enough spark for them to be able to get something going? We shall see. But it's not a whole lot of time here for the Hawkeyes. And they will go for 2. Seaton in the shotgun. He's going to throw it out to 39, who is just short.
Catch by Justin Gauthier. Just short.
Seaton and this gentleman can't believe that it's not in. I mean, but it was short, and it will remain 19-6. We're going to take a quick break until the kickoff, and we'll be back shortly. All right, Oshawa to kick off. And they go onside after the field goal block touchdown. But we'll see. I see the replay here. I couldn't really tell from the far side of the field what had happened. And the Hawkeyes do get it back. So a few things going right for them in the fourth quarter here.
Special teams, Jesse. Block kick for a touchdown and an onside quick kick. So that's a great sequence of events for the Hawkeyes. See if the quarterback can lead them down the field for at least one score, and we'll see what happens.
Seaton directing traffic as Oshawa takes to the field again. Seaton takes off just like he did early on in the game. And that is going to be an Area 51 Sports first down. What do they follow it up with here?
Keep it in his hands. Keep it in Seaton's hands and see what they can string together. Nosa.
Ball comes out, but after he was down. So it'll be 2nd and 5. And this is where Oshawa struggled, these second down conversions. We'll see if they let Seton take it himself again.
Expect a zone read here. Quarterback will keep it or give it to the big guy behind, but Cambridge should be ready for one of the two options.
They toss it out to number 10.
Ryland Goff Lambert on the reception.
And that'll be another Area 51 Sports first down. That play goes nowhere. The officials discussing something there. Are they looking for a measurement? Yes, they are. They're going to bring the chains out just to make sure. They want to get the call right. And they are short. So the Lions will take over their defense, getting it done there after the onside kick recovered by Oshawa, and after the field goal attempt was blocked and went back the other way for a touchdown. So Cambridge trying to hold on and just get out of this game here with a AAA U16 B-Cup championship. Persabali hands the ball off, and they're going to try to grind this clock down as far as they can in this series, but definitely want to pick up a few first downs to get this thing done. A lot of great plays here, a lot of great athletes. I mean, we think about the big run by number 5, Eden Tennant, that got them their touchdown. We talk about the leg of the Lions kicker and putting up several field goals today. And we talk about the focus by the defensive backs that were able to get 2 interceptions off of tips.
That's right. Big turnovers by the defense and slow grind today. It's 11 o'clock matchup.
Yeah, well, you know, we've been spoiled. There's been some really fantastic and exciting games so far here at the Summer Cup. There were probably just as many exciting games last weekend with the little kids, the U10s and U12s and U14s in Guelph for the first weekend of the Summer Cup. And Oshawa having trouble getting a player off the field for this punt return. And they're gonna try the music miracle.
Hang on, Jesse. We are one score away. Back-to-back Oshawa Hawkeye returns to the house. Cambridge, Brighton letting him off the hook. And number 6, Oshawa, Keenan Brighton, said, I've had enough and I'm scoring.
Well, I think we talked about it. If they're going to get anything going, I think number 6 name came up a few times.
They can
Brighton,
only play special teams from now on to score, Jesse. Onside kicks,
on
kickoff
first down,
return,
bring out the
and punt
punt
returns.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, special teams have showed up. Defense has showed up for Oshawa today. But, you know, as they say in Oshawa, whatever it takes.
is that what they say in Oshawa?
They do. They do.
So a big extra point here will cut the lead to 6. And Oshawa needs an onside kick.
Join the
And
herd.
another return.
Officiate the game you love. Become an Ontario Zebra. Learn more at OFOA.ca. That's the Ontario Football Officials Association. Join the herd. Great part-time job for somebody that has some knowledge of the game, and that could be a player, that could be a player that's finished their career. You want to stay in the game, you can call us at TYSN or 519 Sports Online and maybe get into the media side of things, or you can become an official. The extra point for Oshawa is good, and
Oshawa is just hanging around the party, and down 6. So now there's some decisions to be made, and
I'm very surprised.
Cambridge's huddle is a little sweaty on that side, so
I'm very surprised that we're in this situation here. I didn't think this would happen, but here we are. Are we going to get another nail biter?
Cambridge is saying, look, we got to fall on this onside kick.
I think part of the success has to do with the guy with the blue goatee in the crowd. I think
Epic Hawkeye goatee is what they call it.
Is that what they call it? Down on the manufacturing line at the old Ford plant.
GM.
They're making batteries there now. So they've gotten one onside kick. Here comes another one. They got one returner back for Cambridge.
Justin Gautier's biggest onside kick.
But look at this big gap right over here after this first line, Shane. You might want to just put it down there and get one of your speedsters.
Right by Oshawa's bench. Overloading the Cambridge bench side, and they go back over, and it's just short. The ball doesn't cross the 10-yard point, and Oshawa touched the ball, so it'll be a penalty and Cambridge ball, and Oshawa's end. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left.
Close enough, but it's kind of apropos that this game comes down to this defense that's worked so hard and fought so tough.
Well,
to maybe see if something crazy can happen here on the defensive side of the ball.
So Oshawa's just hoping to go 2 plays and have their punt return team on to give them a chance to score. And if you're Cambridge here, you're running the ball twice, you're keeping the clock running, and then am I punting it to Oshawa on 3rd down, or do I try to seal the game with
I go for it.
leave Oshawa's offense?
I don't think I try to kick it, even if the kicker can make it. I think you just keep the offense on.
Too much risk trying to get a punt blocked and protect everything, so.
Ball security, name of the game here for Cambridge.
Cambridge, hands are a little sweaty right now after we've handed them the B Cup about 30 minutes ago. Oshawa can finally play some meaningful football here. Missed tackle, and there's going to be a holding call, and that's going to be backed up.
Tennant.
That's going to be backed up, folks.
Finally
which is
dragged
great
down.
news for Oshawa. It's going to be a 1st and 20.
Dangerous running back, though. We've seen some amazing runs by Tennant today. I was saying to Devin earlier on the broadcast, looks like the prototypical Quebec running back, doesn't he, a little bit?
Good size, keeps his legs churning. But unfortunately had a holding call on the back end, so crickets from the Cambridge fans here on this side of the stands, and they're 2 plays away to giving the ball back to Oshawa.
A big play here with 2 minutes left in the game. Oshawa somehow have mustered a little energy on that sideline. Everyone's standing. A few minutes ago, they were sitting on the bench there.
Warming the bus up, and now it's a chance to.
Tennant, 10 yards, gets his 10 back. And a big defensive lineman seems to be a little slow getting up off of the turf here, so we're going to take a step aside for a short minute, and we'll be back with the...
Water! Water! Give him water! Get the one who's camping water! Get rid of water! Get rid of some water! It melted!
So number 92 for Oshawa, looks like he's walking off the field. That's big Raham Sims, who's been doing his darndest on that D-line to keep Cambridge from scoring any more points. So good job, young man. Served your team well today. That might be it for him today.
Oshawa playing with two deep safeties here. You got to think that Cambridge is running the ball. Here it comes. Safety's got to step up, and we have 3rd and 11 here for Cambridge. Looks like sending the punt team out. Exactly what the Hawkeyes want.
A timeout.
A chance for the returners to break one free. Tons of time left on the clock.
We got to figure out who the special teams coach is there.
Yeah, he's getting promoted next year.
Head coach of the U18 AAAs. Maybe U of T at this point.
Big discipline, boys. Big discipline.
And 19-13. Shane liked that one, eh? Little U of T shot. I love the double blue.
From the Mac attack.
Honestly, if I was going to coach in the OUA, I would seriously put U of T at the top mostly because of the nightlife, but Toronto's a great place to be. All right, here we go. Cambridge is out to punt.
Here comes the punt block from Oshawa.
They get it off.
They punt it away from the returner, but he's going to still give him a chance.
And this is Brighton. He's got it. Not a lot of room.
And he slipped through the first row. Still a big return, at least to get him to the 30. And Oshawa's offense has 80 yards to go, Jesse. A minute 38 is what they've been building their season off of at this point.
Or should they be bringing their punt team out? I don't know. Kickoff team? What do you...
If they pull a little dribble kick action we see in the CFL.
Well,
the onside punt kick.
I mean, a reverse, a flea flicker. Basically a first down Hail Mary. I don't know. What will they do? 3 receivers to the strong side of the field, bottom of your screen. Quarterback in the gun.
They're short a player on the field.
Almost picked off.
They're short a running back.
You see here, nice play by the corner. Number 10 up at the top. I think the intended receiver there. A little bit of hesitation by the quarterback, I think. But luckily for Oshawa, that doesn't go the other way. And they've got another chance on second down. Minute 34. Again, 2 receivers up top, 3 to the strong side.
We don't see David Nosu on the field here. Nosa, excuse me.
Quarterback can't escape the pressure. And Cambridge Lions, number 69, comes through. Matthew Mollum called his name lots today. He has been an issue for Oshawa.
Cambridge defense fired up for one last play. 3rd and forever. Not sure what plays Oshawa has in the play call sheet for this play, but
I would call out of the gun.
Hail Mary.
Toss right, and then double move by one of the receivers, maybe the slot. But they're going to run the corner by Brighton, and the quarterback's going to try to go get the first. He's close, but
so
I think
close.
he's short.
What a great effort, but Cambridge will take over here with a minute left, and we'll run out this clock.
We'll have a look here at a few receivers underneath there on the strong side, but
what a great effort by Trent Seaton just to take matters into his own hands and try to give himself a chance to win the game. And
well, so Shane, if you're picking team MVPs based on calling half of the game, what have you seen in the second half?
Special teams coordinator for Oshawa Hawkeyes should be getting a nod, and obviously great returns by their returners, but hard to say.
Well, he's signing his contract at U of T right now, though. He won't be available.
Cambridge offense is pretty slow in the second half, so mostly comes up with the first half action.
Well, you know, that game was a bit of a slog, I must say, but it turned into exciting last 4 minutes there with a blocked field goal for a touchdown. We'll go in the other way. Then you had your onside kick, and then you had, was it a punt block?
Yep.
For a touchdown. So 3 exciting special teams plays there, all in the last few minutes of the fourth quarter. But now Cambridge just looking to get the job done, get out of here.
Well, we're one fumble return away from Oshawa walking out with the title, which they have no business winning at this point.
So the clock is running. Cambridge, first down again. Hand off to number 5, Tennant. And I think pretty well a foregone conclusion at this point. But a great day so far. This will be the second of 5 today at the beautiful Warrior Field in Waterloo. You're watching the Ontario Summer Football League Provincial Championships. This is the U16 AAA Beat Cup Championship. Tennant avoids the first tackler with a stiff arm and then is brought down by Oshawa's defensive back number 3, Dylan Oloy. Oliu. 3 seconds.
3 whole seconds.
So after the final whistle here, we're gonna be stepping aside here in the booth, and we're gonna have the trophy and MVP celebrations and awards. And then we're going to be back with the third game today at the U16 AAA Provincial Championship between London Junior Mustangs and the Cumberland Panthers. And Cambridge finally can be crowned the B Cup champions at the AAA level for the U16 age group. Thank you for joining us online. Make sure to buy yourself a raffle ticket, and we'll be back shortly.
A 19-13 win for the U16 Cambridge Lions. This is Luca Hayward, who had a big interception in this game. You just planted the flag at center field, the Lions flag. The emotions are what for you guys right now getting this championship?
Oh man, we worked since day one to get to this point. Just winning this means everything to us. Yo, we've been working like from since day one. Everyone's been supporting us, and we did it.
I thought you were really opportunistic today. When you got those turnovers, you made them pay, and I thought that was huge. What do you look at as the keys to victory today?
I think our defense played amazingly. We had so many turnovers, gave our offense opportunities, and man, Dimitri, great kicker, just getting us in the lead the whole game. It was just great. We played great. The scoreboard says so.
Dimitri Grieve is a bad man getting all those field goals. How much do you love him right now?
Oh man, through the roof. I'd give him a nice kiss on the cheek if I could. But
that's Luca Hayward. He is a U16 OSFL champion after a big win here today. Congratulations, my friend. Well done. We'll be back with the next game. We got the U14 AAA Championship, London Junior Mustangs, Cumberland Panthers. That's coming up on TUISM. For now, the trophy presentation for the Cambridge Lions. That's Luca Hayward. Well done, buddy.
Thank you.
Shoot some hard, Hawkeyes. Good job.